Good evening. This is All India Radio, and I'm Tanvi Taneja with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says digital revolution has brought new opportunities to BRICS countries and other emerging economies. Holds talks with presidents of Russia and 3 other countries. Supreme Court directs centre and states to fill up vacancies in information commissions. Justice B.N. Srikrishna-led committee submits report on data protection, including draft bill on the subject. Government allows sugar mills to manufacture ethanol directly from sugarcane juice. Guru Purnima being celebrated today. The longest total lunar eclipse of the century takes place tonight. And in badminton, Saurabh Verma and Mithun Manjunath enter men's singles semi-finals of Russian Open. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the digital revolution has brought new opportunities to the BRICS countries and other emerging economies. Addressing the BRICS outreach session at Johannesburg in South Africa today, Mr. Modi said it is crucial that these countries are ready for the change brought by the artificial intelligence and big data analytics. The Prime Minister called for more investment in the digital infrastructure and skill development in the area of digitization.
डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और स्किल्ड वर्कफोर्स में निवेश की जरूरत होगी और साथ ही इंक्लूसिव ग्लोबल वैल्यू चेन्स, वर्कर्स मोबिलिटी, पोर्टेबल सोशल सिक्योरिटी फ्रेमवर्क्स और एफिशिएंट रेमिटेंस कॉरिडोर्स भी हमारी प्राथमिकताएं हैं.
Emphasizing on India's historic and deep links with Africa, Mr. Modi said his government has accorded the highest priority towards maintaining peace, freedom and development in Africa.
अफ्रीका में स्वतंत्रता, विकास और शांति के लिए भारत के ऐतिहासिक प्रयासों के विस्तार को मेरी सरकार ने सबसे अधिक प्राथमिकता दी है. पिछले 4 सालों में हेड्स ऑफ स्टेट एंड गवर्नमेंट स्तर के 100 से भी अधिक आपसी यात्राओं और मुलाकातों के जरिए हमारे आर्थिक संबंध और विकास सहयोग नई ऊंचाइयों पर पहुंचे हैं.
Our correspondent covering the Prime Minister's visit has filed this report.
Addressing the gathering as part of the BRICS Plus initiative, Mr. Modi said that BRICS provides a platform for the developing economies to exchange ideas on developmental issues, calling India's relationship with Africa as historic with deep roots. He said India is fully committed to work with Africa to further strengthen cooperation in areas of infrastructure, energy, agriculture, health and skill development. PM Modi expressed his gratitude towards South African President for inviting him to attend the summit. The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa emphasized on adopting people-centric approach to ensure sustainable development and inclusive growth. Saurabh Kumar with Reena Sonowal for All India Radio News, Johannesburg.
Mr. Modi held bilateral talks with the presidents of Russia, Turkey, Angola and Argentina on the sidelines of the BRICS summit. During his meeting with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, the Prime Minister discussed bilateral issues of mutual interest, including trade, investment, energy, defence and tourism. Mr. Modi reached South Africa on Wednesday to attend the BRICS summit on the final leg of his tour. He visited Rwanda and Uganda in the first 2 legs. The Prime Minister has since left for New Delhi after completing his 3-nation visit to Africa. The Supreme Court today expressed concern over vacancies at the Central Information Commission CIC and State Information Commissions SICs. The court directed the centre and 7 states to file an affidavit within 4 weeks, giving a time schedule for filling up the positions. The states are Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Gujarat, Kerala, Odisha and Karnataka. Asserting that at present there are 4 vacancies in the CIC and 4 more will be created by December this year, the Apex Court also asked the centre to explain why the posts in the commission remain vacant even as the advertisement for the same was issued in 2016. Justice B.N. Srikrishna Committee today submitted its report to Union Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, Ravi Shankar Prasad in New Delhi. The committee was constituted on 31st of July last year to deliberate on a data protection framework. In the report, the committee has stressed on a regulatory framework for operation of Aadhaar. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Prasad said the government will go through the report, which also has a draft data protection bill.
We accord it the highest sanctity, and we would like India's data protection law to become some kind of a model for the global world also, which is a blend of security, safety, privacy and innovation.
Justice Sri Krishna said the draft bill has been prepared through an open process where the members of the committee consulted all stakeholders. Union Minister Arun Jaitley today said in the past 1 year since the implementation of Goods and Services Tax GST, the country has seen a reduction of tax in 384 commodities with no increase on a single product. In his Facebook post, Mr. Jaitley said India has never witnessed such mass tax reduction since independence. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alert. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a 2-day visit to Lucknow from tomorrow. He will attend an event on transforming urban landscape in the city tomorrow. The event will mark the 3rd anniversary of the 3 key government initiatives related to urban development. These include Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Urban, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation of Urban Transformation and the Smart Cities Mission. Mr. Modi will also interact with 35 beneficiaries of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, 1 from each state and union territories. The government has decided to allow sugar mills to manufacture ethanol directly from sugarcane juice or intermediate product called B-molasses. The Sugarcane Control Order of 1966 has been amended in this regard as notified by the Union Food Ministry. The move would help mills divert cane juice for ethanol manufacturing during surplus years. So far, mills were allowed to manufacture ethanol from byproduct called C-molasses after sugar was taken out while processing raw cane juice. The Nagaland government, supported by the State-Level Bankers Committee and Finance Department, launched the Micro Unit Development and Refinance Agency, MUDRA, a central scheme under which any bona fide Indian citizen can avail loan up to 10 lakh rupees for starting non-corporate small business sector in the year 2015. According to official reports so far, a total of 217 crore rupees have been disbursed to 17,825 beneficiaries in Nagaland under the MUDRA scheme. Here is the ground report from Kohima.
The 3-tier loan structure targeted towards different businesses depending on the size and stage of the business under Mudra includes Sishu, Kishore and Tarun. Sishu loan is designed for startups, while Kishore is for businesses that have already started up and required financial help for establishing themselves. Tarun is for those businesses that are already established but required financial help for expansion of the business. A small-scale businessman from Kohima town, Venilo Kaje said, under the Mudra he was able to expand his business.
I got the information about Mudra scheme through a friend. A friend advised me to avail the scheme and offered me to fill up a form regarding Mudra scheme. It was easy to apply and the bank officials were also encouraging and supportive. Within a few weeks, the amount which I applied for was given to me in 2 installments. I was able to extend my business through the Mudra scheme. The scheme is helpful and very applicable to especially small-scale business like myself.
The Mudra scheme is without a doubt a dream come true to many young entrepreneurs of Nagaland. As one of the beneficiaries has said, loan under the scheme can be availed without much hassles and paperwork, which also make much attractive to people in the rural areas. Mingul from AIR, Kohima.
Many parts of the country, including Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, East Rajasthan, Haryana and Delhi, are receiving widespread rainfall due to active monsoon in the last 48 hours. Talking to AIR, senior official of IMD, BP Yadav said due to vigorous monsoon, various regions have experienced heavy rainfall. He said in the next 2 days, these regions are expected to experience rainfall of less intensity.
We are expecting that the rainfall activity, distribution, that the duration or continuity of the rainfall as well as intensity will now decrease over most parts of the northwest India, including Delhi NCR. Still, 1 or 2 showers over the next 48 hours are possible, and particularly West UP and eastern part of Haryana, south part of Haryana and Delhi NCR can get the showers tomorrow.
Guru Purnima, also known as Vyas Purnima, is being celebrated in many parts of the country today. Every year, Guru Purnima is celebrated on the full moon day in the month of Shak Samvat according to Hindu calendar. On this day, thousands of devotees express their gratitude towards their teachers for enlightenment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted people on the occasion. Indian Ambassador to Nepal, Manjeev Singh Puri, handed over a cheque of 2.1 billion Nepalese rupees to Finance Secretary of Nepal, Dr. Rajan Khanal, in Kathmandu today. The amount has been released towards reimbursement of the first tranche of support to 42,086 beneficiaries who are being supported by the Indian government for reconstruction of houses in Nuwakot and Gorkha districts. Our correspondent has filed this report.
India and Nepal had signed a memorandum of understanding in February 2016 for $100 million grant to support reconstruction of 50,000 private houses in Nuwakot and Gorkha districts. Since March this year, the Government of India, in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme and United Nations Office for Project Services, providing socio-technical facilitation to housing beneficiaries in both these districts. Under this initiative, the owners are being provided help to ensure that their homes comply with earthquake-resilient norms. The Government of India remains committed to continue supporting the people and Government of Nepal in their full recovery from the 2015 devastating earthquake. Rajkumar, AIR News, Kathmandu.
The century's longest total lunar eclipse is taking place tonight. In India, lunar eclipse will start a little before midnight at about 11:15 p.m. The duration of the longest total lunar eclipse will be 1 hour 43 minutes. It can be seen from all over the country when there are no clouds. The eclipse will also be visible from countries in Africa, Central Asia, South America, Europe and Australia. We have a report.
A total lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth's shadow moves across the moon, blocking out light from the sun. As the shadow glides across the surface of the moon, it takes on a distinctive red glow, an effect caused by the bending of light in Earth's atmosphere. This has earned the phenomenon the nickname of blood moon. The period of totality during tonight's eclipse, when Earth's shadow is directly across the moon and it is at its reddest, will last for 1 hour 42 minutes and 57 seconds. Also, Mars will be only 35.9 million miles from Earth. According to experts, this is the closest that the red planet has been to Earth in 15 years. Saira Mujtaba, News Desk.
In business news, the domestic stocks today closed with fresh lifetime highs. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange and Nifty at the National Stock Exchange jumped up around 1%. The Sensex climbed 352 points to end at 37,337 and the Nifty surged 111 points to settle at 11,278. The rupee today remained almost flat as it appreciated 1 paise to close at 68 rupees 65 paise against the US dollar. In sports, Indian shuttlers Saurabh Verma and Mithun Manjunath progressed to the semi-finals of the men's singles competition at the Russian Open in Vladivostok. 8th seed Saurabh defeated 3rd seed Misha Zilberman of Israel. Mithun dispatched Malaysia's S. Ramachandran in another quarter-final. It will be an all-Indian semi-final as Mithun takes on Saurabh tomorrow. Second-seeded Indian mixed doubles pair of Rohan Kapoor and Kuhu Garg also entered the semi-finals. And Indian women's compound archery team created history by scaling to the top of the world rankings in the recently published chart. The jump is bound to give a big boost to the Indian team ahead of next month's Asian Games in Indonesia. With their twin silver medal winning effort in Antalya and Berlin World Cups, the Indian women's compound team lead the chart with 342.6 points. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says digital revolution has brought new opportunities to BRICS countries and other emerging economies. Holds talks with presidents of Russia and 3 other countries. Supreme Court directs centre and states to fill up vacancies in information commissions. Justice B.N. Sri Krishna-led committee submits report on data protection, including draft bill on the subject. Government allows sugar mills to manufacture ethanol directly from sugarcane juice. Guru Purnima being celebrated today. The longest total lunar eclipse of the century takes place tonight. And in badminton, Saurabh Verma and Mithun Manjunath enter men's singles semi-finals of the Russian Open. And that is all in the news at 9. From all of us here, good night.